Hi, I haven't made a video in about 2 weeks. I'm sorry about that. A lot of stuff has been going on, especially last week. Just a lot of crap. So, yes, I have a list of things I need to talk about. Alright, number one on my list, saw a psychiatrist on the 3rd, which was like just about 2 weeks ago. I am seeing him on Monday. It's now Saturday, so in 2 days. It'll probably be Sunday by the time I upload this. We'll be amazed if it isn't. So yes. Yeah, he didn't really, I kind of saw him because my moods were getting very out of control and were having a very big impact on my life and my relationships and my schoolwork and various other things in my life that were happening or are still happening or are not happening because of this. Yeah, so it was having a big impact. I saw him. I'm not really going to go through what happened because it's not very interesting. I saw him on a bit of a high, so I wasn't pulling the nothing's wrong, I'm fine card, because I made sure when I went in, I was like, if I'm in a serious low, I'll just be like, I don't want to fucking talk about it. And I was like, if I'm on a high, I will just be like, everything's fine, everything's wonderful. But I was like, no, I'm not going to do that. And like made a conscious effort not to. I think I got my point across. But I think because I was obviously going in preemptively knowing kind of what people were going to be thinking, because people have already told me, like professionals, in the past few weeks, they've already told me, oh, you might be dealing with bipolar or whatever. Obviously I was preemptively going and thinking that. So, I don't think that helped, if I'm honest. I think that probably made me say more than I would have, but I don't know, maybe that was helpful, maybe it wasn't. I can't really judge that, I don't know. So, yes. But the outcome of that was nothing was said about a diagnosis, but I am seeing him in 2 days, so I don't know if that's got anything to do with it, or it's just to do with medication, because he doubled my dose of quetiapine, which is the only thing I'm on. Yeah, but the strange thing is, on my last dose, it knocked me out straight away. I went straight to sleep and it was fine, and now I'm taking double the dose, and I just can't get to sleep. Like, I literally just can't. One of the reasons I took my Tazpain before this was because it sends you to sleep, and that worked. That did the job. It normally took about half an hour to send me to sleep. This took about half an hour to send me to sleep. And now, like last night, I took it at 8. I was out last night. I took it at 8 because I didn't really want to be out, so I could use that as my excuse. And then it was, oh my god, it was like 11:30 by the time I was even a little bit tired. And it's kind of like a brick wall. It makes my eyes really dry from like the moment I take it. But that's the only side effect straight away. But yes, oh, I'm trying to be quick, this isn't working. Yeah, so, pretty much it takes like hours to do anything, and I probably should have taken it by now for tonight, but I haven't, because I don't want it to take me by surprise. I don't know, so, yeah. So, but when it hits me hard. Like, it goes for it. Like, I get dry eyes. I literally can't stay awake. Like, 1 minute I'm fine, the next minute I just got to go to bed straight away. It's why last night I had to call my mum, and thank God she was only 10 minutes away, but I was like, oh my god, you need to pick me up, I'm gonna fall asleep. And I genuinely was actually falling asleep, like, at this gathering that I went to. Okay, that leads on to my next point. Point number 2. Okay, this is in a different order to what I've written down. But yeah, there's been a lot of shit going on at school. I was trying to organise a party for one of my best friends, and I set up the chat on Facebook for about 15 people, and there were people that I'd forgotten, people that I didn't have, so I was expecting kind of 20 people-ish. Okay, that was fine, 20 people, no. 20 people, and then we set up the event, 30 people. yeah. So yeah, 30 people. Okay, what do we do? Okay, let's go for dinner. 30 people going for dinner. We couldn't book anywhere. We just couldn't do it. Like, nowhere would let us book. And if they were, a place in Reading wanted to charge us £5 a head to book deposit. That's £100 and something, and I can't get that out of nowhere. So you couldn't book any tables. Okay, so let's go bowling. Okay, called up all the bowling places, got rough prices for about, because I expected a few people to not bowl or not turn up, about 15 adults, so 16 or over, and about 10 under 16s. Fair enough. Post it on the event. Oh, that's not accurate enough. You don't know how many people are going. You don't know this person's age. This person hasn't replied yet. Okay, it's just a rough number. But that's not the point, though. I don't want to pay. I'm not paying for someone who hasn't, who's not actually going to go. Okay, so we'll pay on the night. We'll just book it. Oh, no, but then we won't have enough places. Okay, bowling's out the window. Skating, called up the skating places. Exactly the same problem. Yeah. Someone said Laser Quest. That was going to be ridiculously expensive. So yes, all I've heard all week is Emma's this, Emma's that, because then I cancelled the event because people were just making it too hard. I spent my entire weekend last week sorting this thing out, and Monday and Tuesday, and then it got to Tuesday night and I was like, fuck this, I can't do it. So I just posted on the event, I was like, look, I'm really sorry, but people are just making this too difficult. Everything I do is just not good enough. We're just going to do it with really, really close friends. I'm sorry, but it's just not going to work. And then people kicking up a fuss about it. I've had to pull quite a few people to the side of the school and just be like, look, it's not anything personal. We're all very close. If I invite all close friends, well, then we end up with 30 of us again. We have the same problem. So I have to be really strict with numbers, I'm sorry. And obviously people kicking up a fuss. One of the girls said, has been saying to my best friends, oh, she talks, like, about me. Oh, she talks about herself all the time. She's always going on about her problems, and she never wants to listen to anyone else. And I went apeshit because I was like, no, that is the opposite of me, and I'm blowing my own trumpet, but I don't give a shit. I just literally said to her, I was like, if you have something to say, come and say it to me. Don't say it behind my back. Don't say it behind a screen, because you seem to have a lot to say. And I've had to pull about 3 people aside this week just because of that. I left school on Friday fuming. I was so angry. People were just being totally unreasonable and not taking into account the fact that I'm not superhuman. I can't just zap up a solution. So yeah, but we had the event for just close friends yesterday, and there's something going on tonight in kind of spite, oh, you're not invited, Emily, kind of thing. So I hope that's wonderful. But yeah, no, I do hope they have a good time. But yeah, last night was really great, but I'm gonna get a lot of stick for it. Just whatever. Yes. My food coursework was in on Wednesday. I handed that in, and none of it was good enough, and I was fucking pissed off about it. And because we've just spent the last year and a half, and everything I handed it in order. Because if you don't hand it in the right order, she won't mark it. She took things out. She was putting back in the wrong order, and I was just like, fuck this. It took me 10 minutes to put it in the right order, and then she messed it up, and I just did it again. That happened about 3 times, and she just kept telling me it wasn't right. Right, next thing, school counsellor. This counsellor I'm seeing at school, I keep saying, yeah, she's really great, and it is going really, really well. But what I've noticed in the past few weeks is that every time I see her, it's, I don't even know, oh, we need to find ways to help you think more positive. We need to find ways to do this. There's a lot of, this is what we need to do, this is what we're going to do, and not much actually doing it. And I'm beginning to get a little bit frustrated, if I'm honest. But I don't really know how to say it to her, because I feel responsible, because I am responsible, but I can't describe it. I'm getting frustrated because it's a lot of, oh, sorry, it's a lot of, you have the answers, not me. Yeah, I know, obviously, but it's just a lot of, we're going to do this, we're gonna do that, this is what we're gonna be doing, and not actually a lot of doing it. Okay, last thing, online tests for bipolar, borderline personality, eating disorders, depression, whatever it is. They're not trustworthy because you answer the questions more likely to have whatever you're being tested for without realising it. That's my point. Okay, great. Thanks for watching. Stay strong. Video suggestions, always welcome. Questions, blah, blah, blah. like, subscribe, and yes, I will see you soon. Stay strong.